So there's like all these different kinds of pamphlets and stuff all over my coffee table from the wedding expo yesterday. Okay, so I went to a wedding expo yesterday. It was so much fun. I had so many ideas, and I'm just gonna sit and talk about it. So there was a wedding expo, and all you had to do was like sign up for it. It was completely free. It was at like a big like event center in my area. And you walked in, they gave you like a big bag. So I actually brought like my purse, and I ended up putting my purse inside the bag. I brought my wedding planning notebook, but I ended up not using it because it was just so, you know, there was a lot of people there. It was just so chaotic. There was no time to like write stuff down. So a lot of the vendors, they had like a QR code that you could scan and then open their website. So what I was doing is I just went and I scanned all their QR codes, and now they're all open on my phone. So today is the next day. So now I think I'm just going to go through all of them and just kind of see, you know, look at all the websites and stuff that I got. So first thing on my mind though, this was like the biggest thing for me, is photographers. So if you can go to a wedding expo to look for a photographer, you need to do it because you get to talk to all of them. I had no idea. Well, I had an idea of what I wanted in a photographer, but I just like, I didn't really know, like, you know, whatever. So here's the difference between like there was so many of them. It was kind of overwhelming. But here's the difference between like some of them. So there was this like family-owned business. You know, I really liked, they had like these different kind of, their elbow. So there was this one that was like a family-owned business. They had pictures from my venue. And so I was looking through those. I kind of just I was taking pictures on my phone of the pictures just to get ideas. And then I'll at least, we put their information up against like the pictures. So like their card. So I know on my phone and my camera roll, like that's that photographer. So they had like the, you know, the one guy, you know, he wasn't like super like pressure salesman kind of trying to like sell you something. But then there was a little old guy that was part of the family too. And he was like, felt like a real, like he was really trying to sell us something. And we're kind of like, I don't know. Then there's another photographer that, if you're a Seinfeld fan, he was a close talker. And this guy, he was more, you know, if you're looking for like, he said he was like a fashion photographer, so he does wedding photos. So his, you know, he was telling us all about the actual photography of it. And I'm standing there like, I just want a wedding photographer that I can like hang out with that day, and they're gonna make me feel comfortable. So yeah, so I wasn't liking this guy at all. And then I saw there's another photographer that was just like this, you know, down home everyday guy, had his own photography business. He looked like, you know, like one of my friend's dads or something like that. Like he was just like, he was a nice guy. He was a little bit more shy, and I was like, I kind of like him because he just seems so much more laid back and relatable. But for that, like for that one, I almost feel like I want somebody that's more of like a friend that would be hanging out with us. And I found this one girl, I made an appointment with her, absolutely love her so far. She's like, yeah, if you want to sit down, like we can go out to coffee and I'll buy you a cup of coffee and we can talk about all the things. And she was just she was so cute and fun, and I could picture her just like fitting in with like my wedding party and hanging out with us all day. So that's kind of like photographer I want. So I got all these bunch of different pamphlets from the expo, and I have like a photography pile, and I have hers in there, and I looked at some of her pictures. There's some of them, so then just vendors overall, going back to just like the wedding expo that I went to. Okay. So there was DJs, there was photographers, and there was a couple, like there was like a sandals resort booth. So there was, but mostly it was photographers and DJs, like overwhelmingly. Glad I kind of got like that experience to just see like what photographers I liked and what kind of vibe I like wanted and didn't want. Let's take a sip of coffee here. So let's move on to DJs. So I didn't realize that there's DJs that have like an all-in-one thing. So there'll be a DJ, they have uplighting, they have photo booths, they have like all of the things. So there's, which one's the one that I liked? Let's find a picture. And I got to talk to the guys, and they were super fun at this one. They were a little bit more laid back. So this one has like the photo booth, uplighting, audio guest book. A lot of them have that audio guest book. So if you're looking to do one of those, see if you could find a DJ that has it. So, and then this one has what they're called the cold sparkler machines. Oh, they do. Oh my gosh, wait. They have the LED foam party stick. So I was between two DJs, but the one that sold me was the one that gave me the party stick. And he's like, and then they played like the Club Can't Handle Me Right Now song, which is like my mom's favorite song for like a wedding. Like, I don't know, we danced to that song a lot, me and my mom. And they played that, so that was like the first DJ. But this is the second DJ that I'm looking at now. And now I'm kind of like, oh. And I liked it because their photo booth had like these custom, and they said they have like a graphic designer that they work with, that they could have like a custom, you could make custom like photo things. And actually this photo booth we went to turned out the best. There was a lot of photo booths there. I know you can like kind of do your own with an iPad and a tripod, and you can make your own backdrop. Like there's like a DIY photo booth thing. But if you can get one with a DJ, that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing. But then the only other thing is, the one thought I have about this all-in-one like DJ experience kind of thing is like, what if something happens with this company? Then that whole vendor is just like wiped out and gone, and then I gotta find all these different things. Like, I'm wondering, like, should I not go with somebody that has like all of these things and put all my eggs in one basket? Or would it be easier just to deal with one DJ? This is what I want. You have all the things. I don't have to worry about it. So there's that. But instead of buying these, you get 100 of these for $150. So we'll have to price match for what is monograms here? Design. Oh, they do this too. The projection logo for the event, 100% customized. So yeah, so this DJ has like a graphic designer element to them. I really kind of like this one. But then there's the first one we walked up to was the guy that handed me this glow stick. And they had a photo booth there, and he's like helping you out with it. A lot of these photo booths, they're all pretty much the same. There was one that had you, a lot of them you stand there, you take the picture, you can either text it to yourself or print it out. I recommend asking, if you're looking at like the photo booth thing, ask if they have a representative there that's gonna like help your guests kind of like go through the experience of taking the photo. Like, cause I can picture like some of like my family members, like my aunts being like, I don't want to go up to I shouldn't say that. I can picture some of my guests being like, I don't know how to use this or whatnot. And then that way, if you wanted to do like a photo guest book, that way the service for the photo booth, there would be somebody there, and you can make sure that they print 2 of them and put one in a book so you can keep it and you can have a book full of all the fun photo booth things. So photo book is definitely something that I'm gonna do. What else? Yeah, but this first one, all of the guys seemed really fun. When you're at an expo, you definitely want to ask what are you going to be there. The photographer, I'm all over the place with these videos. The photographer, it's like, how many photographers do I get? Yeah, okay, so this can be some questions. Here are some questions you should ask for photographers or DJs or any vendor overall. Is like, how many people do you provide? So the one photographer that I was looking at, she is there, she has an associate, and then she said she works with someone that does the day of content creation, like the vertical video. Like, I really kind of want someone to do that for me. Another thing is with like the DJs too, it's like, well, which one are you gonna get? Are you all, so just to have the one DJ company, the first one that I saw with the glow stick guys, but even though the other one has glow sticks too, they were all a lot of fun. They're dancing around to like all their music. But there were some DJ booths at this wedding expo that the DJs weren't even like dancing to the music. It's like, you don't want that kind of DJ at your wedding, do you? I don't know, maybe you do. Maybe you want something more laid back and not, you know, or you want like more of a party atmosphere. Let me just talk about some of like really niche ideas that I've seen. Oh, and there was one hair girl. There was only one hair girl at this place, and I was thinking about having a family friend do hair, but then it's like, well, what if she does it and I don't like it? You know, as opposed to if I go to this girl that has her own business and I'd be like, you know, you're really not like the right fit for me, then like she'll understand. Like, I won't hurt anybody's feelings. This is just, you know, a business, and she'll get it. That's her business. And then another unique one, there was this t-shirt guy. So this guy said he would come to your wedding and then do the direct-to-film transfers, which I know a little bit about this because I make like the Cricut shirts and like the crafty kind of thing. So he said like he'll do a bunch of designs. You can even do like custom designs. He said that guests can come up to him at the beginning of the night. It would be $8 a shirt, $20 for a sweatshirt. Pick out their size, and they can get their own custom shirt, so they can pick out which design they want, and that's their wedding favor. And then my future sister-in-law, she did the math, the car ride back home. $8 a shirt for 150 people. She said that's like $1,400. And when you say it like that, it's like, oh. But she said the average wedding guest favor is like $12 to $14 per person. So that's something to think about. But I thought that was just like the craziest, like unique idea. I think I might do that for a shower. Maybe it might be a fun idea. Another one was one of those flower bouquet bars. They had like a flower cart, and she would come there, and I asked her, this is something that I wasn't too sure on. I asked her, would you be there the whole time to help my guests, you know, do this activity? And she said, oh, well, you know, I would come there and I set it up and I set the whole thing up. And then at the end I come, because usually people are doing the flower bouquet bar and putting together their putting together their bouquet on their way out as like a wedding, as their bridal shower favor. So I kind of would rather have like a vendor there the entire time to do. But yeah, this t-shirt guy, my camera card was full, so I had to get up and delete a few more videos of old stuff. But yeah, let's kind of wrap this up, because I feel like this is a very rambly video, but I hope this is something that you can kind of turn on and watch with your morning cup of coffee, or if you're on your lunch break, or just something you have in the background, and it gave you a whole bunch of ideas to think of and kind of what to expect. Oh, also, major game changer, I don't know. I made labels. I guess you could get just regular like office labels or address labels and handwrite on them and cut them out if you don't have a Cricut machine. But I just real quick on my Cricut machine, I did my name, parentheses, my new last name, my address, my phone number, our wedding email, and our wedding date. And I was just giving those to like the photographers and stuff, so I didn't have to stand there and fill stuff out. And if there was any like raffles that I was able to enter, I could just like peel a stick, so I wouldn't have to talk to the vendor, but I was still able to enter the raffle and then get all their information from them that way, so that I could kind of get through the expo faster. So definitely, if you can get like an address label, or if you even have like address labels made and you can just add like information to it, add your email to it and your phone number, highly recommend having some of those. Also, I'll probably just keep these in like my wedding backpack that I take with me to like appointments and stuff, just to like, you know, if they want something real quick, like just so to have the information like that. So that was like the best idea. So anyway, I'm gonna go upload this to YouTube. Thank you so much for watching this rambly wedding video. I hope it gave you a lot of ideas. I like watching all of these kind of videos on YouTube, so that's why I'm starting to make them myself. And 321 days or 20 days, I don't remember what it is, but yeah. Thank you again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. I got a lot of stuff to go through.